Yay, okay, welcome everyone. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We're on Title Nerd Network. This is something, it's like now for something completely different. um,
Yes.
okay, so this is like one of the more random things we've done. I got on Amazon the other day, and this is about a week ago, and decided why not? I found a new copy. I think this cost about $10 roughly.
Okay.
For the DVD of the Super Mario Brothers movie, which, if I'm not mistaken, came out in '93,
Uh,
or was it '94? It was a summer movie.
I think it had. I think it was 93, possibly.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
I'm leaning that way. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers movie came out in the early to mid '90s, and I decided to get on Amazon. Bought it, came in the mail a couple days ago. We just got the opportunity to sit down and give it a rewatch, and this was the first time I had seen this movie. I'm gonna say since probably 1997 ish. I remember renting the VHS from like one of the local movie stores when this movie was still available for rental, on VHS.
yeah.
And this was the late '90s, and like really, I was probably sixth or seventh grade at the time,
Yeah.
and so the movie. Okay, so a couple of questions that we gotta answer. Number one, I'll be happy to have a little discussion with anybody in the chat if anybody feels so inclined to
That
comment.
did come out in 1993, by the way. I
Okay.
Googled it just to make sure.
So that means Jurassic Park came out in '93 as well.
Yeah.
Because Jurassic Park came out just a few weeks
This
after
came
this.
out May 28th, 1993.
Okay.
What it says.
Because I remember watching this movie in the theaters and seeing the trailer for Jurassic Park for the first time. And I lost my shit over that.
I didn't. The first time I saw a trailer for Jurassic Park was on Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because,
It's interesting you remember that.
well, yeah, because we didn't have cable
Yeah.
at that time, and
Okay.
Entertainment Tonight's where I got all my entertaining news, celebrities and shit.
That was before the
You know,
before the grand times, the dark times before the internet,
yeah. So
or the time before the dark times.
then they were just
Um,
like super pumped for it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do. I remember when that was. I never did really watch Entertainment Tonight. I just kind of went with it. If it wasn't on commercials during Fox cartoons, I didn't see it. But I just remember like losing it. We're ended up talking about Jurassic Park. More
I
than
know
we
when
talked
we're
about.
supposed to be reviewing this movie.
Yeah.
That might say something.
No.
I was
Look,
joking.
Okay, so basically, we want to address whether this movie is as bad
As the internet makes it.
yes, and how well has it held up? And like, I'll go ahead and tell you, like, the first thing that really comes to mind, fresh after watching this movie again, is
Can we let me delete the spam? I guess.
yes, yeah, we don't do spam during a live
I
review.
deleted the comment anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's like instant banning. Like, go away with that nonsense.
Probably a bot anyway. Alright, anyway.
So the first thing that I noticed from this was a lot of these jokes. Number one, didn't age very well.
Yeah.
And number two, were very adult oriented to be a kid's show.
Yeah, to be
or a
well,
movie.
okay. What is this rated though? Is it?
I've
fixing to
I've
look.
always thought it was PG, but
Well, I mean, who knows though?
I feel
for
like
real.
it would warrant. I mean, the movie didn't really have any language in it or anything, but it had some
No.
suggestive themes.
Uh,
and-
let's see. It doesn't say. Let me look on Wikipedia. Maybe they'll tell me.
Koopa, played by Dennis Hopper, came across as, for lack of a better word, very rapey towards Princess Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like.
You know, it really doesn't say what its rating is. It's weird.
Did James donate 69 stars just now?
Oh, hold on. I was looking at
Thank
stuff.
you, James, because I just got like a little
Yes,
mini feed where it says
yes, he donated 69
James
stars.
has used 69 stars. Thank you,
Hey,
James.
appreciate it.
Welcome to the stream as we talk about one of the best video game movies ever made.
I don't know about all that.
No,
For its time, though.
number
Like,
one,
legit.
of course, for its time, this was the first one.
Yeah.
This was the first movie based on a video game. I think before this, all they had was like what, The Wizard, and that was like a based around video
It was
games.
based around video games, which, God, is an amazing movie, honestly.
That's another one that I think we need to probably rewatch, because I, for real, have not seen the movie all the way through ever.
Oh, it was so good.
I skipped through. I always fast forwarded to the video game parts.
Of course you did.
So I know they were on like a road trip to get the kid
Wait,
to like
what?
a competition.
What movie? Okay, we were talking about The Wizard, which has Fred Savage in it. And, he is a video game, like, genius, and he goes to,
He strikes
a
me. He's like
video
autistic
tournament.
or something.
I think the sister is or something.
No, he is.
Are you
That
sure?
he's like so good at video games. That's like, you know, it's like some people who have like developmental disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
They can't like do math. They can't tie their shoes, but they can
video game.
rebuild a V8 engine. You know,
Yeah.
from memory. He was
Oh,
like
yeah.
like on that part of like the spectrum or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the thing, is that was video games were the thing that he could do better than
Right.
anything.
So he went on
Anybody.
to a competition.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen The Wizard. Yes, Fred Savage. But yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
The
the one thing I
brother
do
is, yeah.
remember, and I've watched several reviews about it, and that was where everybody got their first ever look at Mario 3.
Right.
But yeah.
Anyway, this movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie. I told Lonnie, if you take away the fact that they just took the characters out of the game and made a random storyline for it, it's a really good movie. You
We're s-
have to take out that aspect.
We're spoiling the Mario Brothers movie for anybody who hasn't seen it in the 28 years that it's been out.
Yeah. Because people would actually gripe about that.
Yep.
Hell, they gripe when it's been a week when we share spoilers. It's like Falcon and Winter Soldier have been out for a week. I don't want to hear anything about.
No, Falcon and Winter Soldier was out for like a day when we reviewed it.
No. I'm talking about like a meme we posted a week later. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When it was like, yes, the original. There's only one. Like,
Yeah. Is there another Mario Brothers movie that we don't know about?
right.
I mean, there might be. I know. I'm pretty sure there was like a Mario World.
I thought Mortal Kombat released early.
No, Mortal
No,
Kombat
that
was
after.
Mortal Kombat, I believe, was 95.
Yes.
It was either late 94 or 95.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had already moved back to Georgia by the time Mortal Kombat came out. I think Mortal Kombat came out right around the same time Batman Forever came out.
That sounds accurate.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mario Brothers, 93. Like I said, just a few weeks before Jurassic Park. There were some very, very, very sexual jokes, a lot of adult humor in this
I'm
movie.
waiting for the MK release too, James.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna be
I
good.
can't wait for Mortal Kombat. It's only gonna be what, a week from now?
Yeah, it ain't
Couple of
long.
days or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah,
The Goomba dance.
yes. And we were
That
going
was my
like,
favorite
okay,
part.
yeah, let's talk about this. I was telling Amber that the Goomba elevator scene is like right on par with like the Captain America Winter Soldier elevator scene. You know, because like because I still remember that's like some of the funny stuff. They make the Goombas like do this kind of like shuffling back and forth dance,
and every time they heard the fucking song, they did it again.
Yeah, that was funny.
Great.
And like, here's the thing: this was a good movie. It was. It wasn't like blockbuster classic Criterion Collection type movie.
The Big Bertha dance with Mario.
That's one of them.
Yes.
Because he had to he grabbed that she was wearing the rock, the meteorite piece between her breasts, and he was dancing with her, and he dips her down and gets his mouth between her breasts and grabs the rock with it. Like he might as well have been doing Jello shots off of them or something. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? I mean, that was hot because in hindsight, whenever I was a kid, I didn't think anything about it. But as 37-year-old Lonnie, like, I want that woman.
He said, let me have some of Big Bertha.
Yeah.
Lonnie says breast again.
Why do you want me to say it? Why?
Say it.
See, okay, here you go. If it were me, I would have done a little bit more between those Bertha breasts. It's like, there's your PG-13 right there.
Yeah, but Lonnie would have made the movie PG-13.
Is it PG?
I never found out.
Oh.
I could not find out. It would not tell me.
Oh, whatever. It's not like it's that big of a deal.
Oh, James sent 50 stars for you saying it again. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh. Never mind. I'm not going any further with
like,
that.
oh, well, can I say it again?
That whole conversation had potential, but I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
No. We'll end up getting banned if I say what's really on my mind. But yeah, I'm like, holy crap. But
it's the breast money. It's the
breast money.
Anyway.
But yeah, that there was a shit ton of adult humor in like Koopa. I like Dennis Hopper as Koopa. He was really cool given what he had. Mm-hmm. The whole like de-evolving thing, and I'll be completely honest. Like the first time I ever saw this movie was the first time I had ever heard about evolution and people coming from monkeys and stuff.
I bet.
Yeah, and because I grew up in Northwest Georgia in the Bible Belt. And then I moved to Charleston, South Carolina right before this movie came out. And then I went, and that people were a little more open with stuff like that there. Mm-hmm. And then that was where I was, honest to God, that was where I was introduced to the concept of evolution. And I was like, oh my God, there'd be dinosaurs.
Acting almost as good as his role in Waterworld. I can get behind that.
I don't know. I've never seen Waterworld.
Lonnie's never seen it.
You know what? Let's look real quick and see how much Waterworld is on Amazon. That's something
it's probably on a streaming service.
I don't think it is. I feel like I would have seen it.
No, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't have looked for it.
You can get Waterworld on Blu-ray for $6.99.
That.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go ahead and buy that after this is over. I would like to see Waterworld. I've seen part. Hey, Christopher White, welcome to the stream. It is on HBO Max.
Hey,
May just have to check that out.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, well.
I'm looking right here. That's why I told you. I was pretty sure it was on a streaming service.
Waterworld is another one of those movies that catches so much hell, and people say it was horrible. But everything that I remember about Waterworld, I remember two things about Waterworld. Mm-hmm. Three things. Number one, I remember the beginning where he pisses into the little machine and then drinks it because it filters his pee.
Yes.
The second thing, I remember the really kick-ass scene where he takes her underwater and shows her the underwater city. Mm-hmm. That was amazing. And number three, I don't know why I remember this, but I remember where it's like towards the end of the movie and he's like holding that like flame or that flare or whatever in that oil tanker and he drops it down that pipe. And there's that dude who's like staying down there in the tanker area and he sees the flames rushing at him and he's like, oh, thank God. And the whole place just explodes. Like the guy's been wishing for death down there. And like he's happy that he sees the flames coming at him. And when I was a kid, I thought that was the funniest damn thing I'd ever seen in my life. I don't know why. I really don't.
You
But,
had a
yeah,
dark sense of humor then.
I did. I still do.
James is like, you need to get on that, Amber. Look, I only got so many hours in the day.
That's true. We would be reviewing a whole lot more movies if we just had more time.
Like,
And I like the idea of digging these old gems out of the dirt and
seeing if it's really as crap as the internet says it is.
yes, and my verdict for Mario Brothers is no. This movie is not the garbage that people claim it is.
It's not.
This is it really is not really in line with the video games at all, but you have to remember when this movie came out, they had the original Mario Brothers, like the original arcade Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, which really wasn't even like a canon game, Super Mario 3 and Mario World. That was it. That was all they had to go on, and none of that was movie material.
It wasn't.
Nothing.
It really wasn't. Like,
especially with the technology that was available at the time. And this movie had fantastic effects for 1993.
absolutely.
Especially like the portal scenes and the warping where they change people, and the Goombas were even pretty decent, you know? I mean, you know, the animatronics and everything. I mean, the Goombas were like some, I'm not going to say they were quite like Jim Henson caliber, but
No.
they were
good.
up there.
They were good.
I'm trying to
For
think
what budget this movie probably got, because I really feel like this was just thrown together. I really do.
The movie, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. Number one, production on this movie was a dumpster fire. There were rewrites in the middle of the movie. Like they would have like half the movie filmed, and they would just suddenly change a massive plot point in the middle of filming and have to just run with it. The directors were horrible. The directors were cruel to the cast. Like I said, the two main characters that played Mario and Luigi, or the actors that played Mario and Luigi, they've gone on the record as saying they were completely hammered, drunk, during like 90% of this movie's filming. For the absolute dumpster fire that this movie was behind the scenes, the finished product was fantastic compared to what it could have been.
Right. This could have been like Air Late at Night, well, Elvira, Mistress of the Night, if, you know.
Yeah.
It could have been, but it's not. It's actually like better quality than those B movies, I think.
And this movie, the failure of this movie, almost 30 years later, Nintendo still has not marketed or licensed an actual Nintendo movie since because of the failure of this. And I think if this movie would have been done 10 years later, I think we would have had
a better movie.
Yeah, a lot better movie.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, the early 90s were times where they were trying to take movies and trying to take comic books, and it was very rare to get any kind of crossover success.
Right, because it wouldn't be done right.
Yeah, like it hardly there
Basically.
were like if you ever had a licensed video game that was based on a TV show, a comic book, a movie, anything, 90% of them were horrible. So I mean, it's like, yeah, Mario 2 wasn't a true game. It was reskinned from a old Japanese game. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was good. Mario 2's a good game.
I enjoy Mario 2.
Yeah, it's probably, I think Mario 2 it's a good game, but it's my least favorite of the NES titles.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, like my favorite is Mario 3, which I think just about 80% of the gaming population would agree with me on that.
Right, yeah.
And I probably like the first Mario, specifically because of Mario 35. You know, I mean, that game always will hold a nostalgic place in my heart. But Mario 35 really helped
do that.
Yeah, like it gave it a little boost later in life.
Are we going to rate this?
Yeah. Oh, I want to mention the one creepy thing we saw towards the end of the movie when the universes started to merge and the Twin Towers became all
Yes!
ruined and destroyed.
God, what? That was so ominous.
It was. I mean, it was one of those blink and you miss it moments.
Mario Kart Monday win. Oh.
I don't know when on Mario Kart Monday over there on Twitch. Comment.
Yeah.
My work schedule has been really crazy lately, and I'm gonna be working on Monday for at least probably the next 2 weeks. So Mario Kart Monday is gonna happen eventually. Just probably.
We'll just say 2 weeks. You want to just say 2 weeks from now?
That's the plan.
That's the
But
plan.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen before the end of the month. I can go ahead and tell you that.
Right.
But the next Monday that I'm off work and we are both available, I'm sure we'll sit down and play some
it's been crazy.
Mario Kart. Yeah.
I'm wrapping up the semester, you know.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
So, what do you give this movie on the grand scale of 1 to 10?
I am going to give this movie, I'm going to give it an 8. It's
Okay.
not amazing. It's not terrible. I'd watch it again. You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those that I could probably put on in the background while I'm doing something. You know, if I just want something for background or whatever.
I will absolutely agree with you. I'll give it an 8 as well. I toyed around with the idea of giving it a 9, and I was like, nah, it's not quite that good.
I toyed around with 7, but then I was like, nah, rest in peace, Mario 35. Yeah. Rest in
no
peace.
doubt. I hope that they bring that game back eventually in some form. Like, I still need to play Pac-Man 99. I haven't touched it yet, but we're getting there. What happened is Pac-Man 99 released right about the same time I got the Xbox, and so I haven't been wanting to play the Switch for a little while. But the time's coming.
That's another reason we've not done Mario Kart Monday.
Yeah.
You got that new Xbox.
So, trying to think of what else. Do we have anything else going on?
I don't think so.
We haven't played Mario Kart on the new TV. I bet it would look fantastic.
I bet it would look really nice, yeah.
Anything else? Like 8s across the board on this. This was, like I said, final verdict. This movie is a good movie, not great, but a good movie, and is not deserving of the hate that it gets. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie, a lot of stuff that's said in this movie, a lot of like innuendo and stuff that really wouldn't fly today, but the movie holds up rather well.
Christopher gives it a 6, which, you know what, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think anything over a 5 is fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah.
You know. And you're right, I'm pretty generous with scores. I am. I feel bad.
And that was a thing that, you know, I saw it in the early 90s in the theaters when it came out. I saw it in the late 90s on VHS.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see it again until after about 20 years of internet hate had been absorbed. And then we watched it, and I was like, you know what, give it a chance. And it was a lot better than I remembered it. Because most of what I remembered was internet comments, you know, and it was...
That was a shitty movie.
It's kind of like...
It didn't even go with the game.
Well, it's like Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, I loved Episode 1 when it came out.
That's a hill I will die on. That movie's a good movie.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is not a horrible movie. It is a really good movie. I would probably score that movie like a 9.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I actually watched it recently, and it was good. And if you block out all of that bullshit internet hate that seems to latch itself onto certain movies and TV shows.
Certain movies, certain music.
It's like people hated the last season of Game of Thrones, but my God, it was my favorite season of the show.
You're the only one.
Oh, well, whatever.
Literally.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you, you weren't happy with it to begin with. And I feel like you just think it's cool to be like, no, I really liked it, Edgelord.
The only problem I had with the final season of Game of Thrones is that the time and the travel time and stuff was a little inconsistent. But they did everything in that season that I wanted to see. And you got to see the dragons destroy a bunch of shit. You got to see people die. You got to see most of the stuff resolved. I just wasn't happy with some of how the the series ended. Like Jon Snow was all for nothing. Really, he was there to have sex with Daenerys, and that was it. Then he ran off into the north. He was supposed to be the next king, and
he didn't want to deal with the bullshit. I don't blame him.
That's true, but it just seemed like a whole lot of build up towards nothing.
Yeah.
And then to have.
I don't like how Jaime Lannister went down.
Yeah, him and Cersei.
That really
was kind of that was very unceremonious.
Yeah.
A little anticlimactic.
Really upset me. I really wanted him to stab her.
They just got buried in the basement.
That was bullshit.
But I do understand where a lot of people get pissed off because there was a lot of stuff that they built up to and a lot of like background mysteries and stuff that never got resolved. There were enough hanging plot threads in that show. You could have made a fucking Christmas sweater out of them,
Oh my God, let's wrap this.
All right. Anyway, we'll see y'all. Whoa, hold on.
4, 5, and 6 fans just can't stand how 1, 2, and 3 made the most menacing villain. Okay.
But if you look
snot-nosed into a snot-nosed brat.
Yeah.
But that's how villains are made, or snot-nosed brats. Did they not know that?
Yeah, and think about this. And we've posted a lot of memes on the page about this before. Like the Skywalker men between Luke and Anakin, they are so alike. This, like drama queens basically, and so. I don't see how people could be angry about how they did a young Anakin. Because he was just like Luke. We just we never got to see 12-year-old Luke. He would have been just like that. I was going to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. I mean that's what I like. That could have been said by either one of them.
It could have.
Uncle Owen, I don't want to clean the droids. I was going to go see my friends. Jesus Christ. What the hell? I feel like this deserves its own freaking video.
We already did our own panel on it. We might as well do our own video.
I could talk about this for half a fucking hour. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap before I get on my soapbox of Star Wars and Skywalker bullshit. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We're Entitled Nerd Network. This has been our review about everything